One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.
What's the ceiling in Conference USA for North Texas, given their facility portfolio, fundraising support, alumni base? Is there any reason it shouldn't be a top third CUSA program year in, year out in virtually every sport?
Well, that's the argument you always hear. I mean, it's a very good one. I mean, the talent base in Dallas-Fort Worth is remarkable. The city of Denton has really grown. There's a lot of, corporate businesses in the region. If you reach down into Dallas, that could potentially be potential big-time supporters of North Texas. And to Rick's credit, I mean, there have been a number of people that have written very large checks to help North Texas get to where it is now. So you would think with the talent there in the Dallas area, with the businesses that are around, you have a huge, North Texas is a huge school in terms of enrollment. You're talking about like 36,000 kids enrolled or students at any given time. You'd think that you'd have the base there with alumni, with students currently in school, with, financially, with potential donors out there, potential high-dollar donors. So you'd think that everything is there for North Texas to really move forward. I quoted one of the prominent boosters, been around for years and years and years, when they got the $20 million naming rights deal in place for Athletes Stadium. And, he said that he expected with the stadium in place and with the $20 million naming rights thing, he just expected North Texas to explode across the gamut in all sports. So I think there's a lot of people that view it as having that type of potential. I don't think that's just among people that follow or back North Texas. I think that's probably across the board among people that, have seen what North Texas is and the potential that's there. It's very common to hear about UNT and what people's perception of it is.
Beyond simply raising more money, what would be the number one key task for a new athletic director in North Texas?
Well, that's a good question. There are some big challenges there. I think more or less anybody that walks in that door is going to have to be able to, unite the North Texas fan base, the North Texas booster base, and to just get people excited and involved again in trying to move the program forward. I think that's just going to be, and that's true anywhere you walk into. I think that's going to be very important for the person that walks in. And then the other thing I think North Texas really needs to do is they just have to get something going in the three key revenue sports. It's been a rough go for North Texas in those sports, and then set the tone for the whole department. North Texas went 1-11 in football last year. It was one of the worst seasons in program history. It parted ways with Dan McCarney after losing, getting blasted by an FCS team, suffering the worst loss by an FBS team against an FCS team against Portland State as that 66-7 debacle at home at homecoming. The men's basketball program that was really, really rolling under Giant Jones there for a while has kind of had some tough seasons. They went 12-20 last year. The women's basketball team hasn't had a winning season in a decade. So to get it going again, I think you really need to have a couple of those sports, at least one, just really get going to get people kind of re-engaged and excited again. Because even if you get a great new athletic director who can come in and kind of get everybody enthused again, you're going to have to win on the field. And if that person that walks in can get one of those sports to give fans something to latch on to, I think that would really, really help, especially since they do have some secondary, not secondary, but, non-revenue sports like women's soccer. They went to the NCAA tournament last year. They have some other sports like that are really pretty productive across the board. They just need something that people can latch on to.
In your opinion, is the current oil industry situation, could the current oil industry situation have any bearing on the type of individual who may be interested in the North Texas job because of the difficulty of raising money from individuals in that industry? Do you think there's anything there at all?
Well, that's a good question. There's been some real good stuff written about how The oil industry has really impacted donations to athletic departments across, the region in big oil states, and Texas is one of them. Now, whether that impacts the type of person we're looking at or, a candidate, I don't think that would be the case. I think you just have to go out there and connect with people who can help you. And Rick was really good about that. He was able to go out there and connect with a lot of people across different industries, if you think about it. I mean, Apogee was the North Texas got the big naming rights deal. That was kind of a computer software company. Some of the big boosters on camp that have been involved in the program and helped get some things onto campus have been, I've run the gamut of all kinds of different businesses and industries. And I think that helps with Dallas because there's just more there. You're not just depending on solely oil guys and that kind of thing. So I don't think it would make a big difference.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.